Welcome back. China clinching the top spot over the United States for the first time since 2017 for the world's most powerful supercomputer. Beijing's Line Shine, which relies entirely on central processing units, achieved a 20% faster computing speed than America's El Capitan. This comes as the race to lead in AI between the two global powers intensifies. Anthropic is accusing Alibaba of illicitly extracting Claude AI model capabilities, saying that the Chinese company had 28.8 million exchanges with its models using thousands of fraudulent accounts. Intellectual property theft is the charge here from Anthropic to Alibaba. Joining me now is Gatestone Institute Senior Fellow Gordon Chang. Gordon, good to see you. I want to get your take on both those stories. And the first one obviously would worry anyone who believes that the U.S. is winning in the AI race, but China clinching that top spot for the supercomputer. Your thoughts?
First of all, U.S. hyperscalers don't compete in the top 500 list, which is what you're talking about. And people think that if they did, that China's Line Shine would not even be in the top 5 computers. So, yes, China did get a propaganda win, but I'm not exactly sure how much it means. Yeah, and with regard to intellectual property theft, look, we know this has been going on for a long time. ChatGPT and DeepSeek, that's another issue of intellectual property violation of OpenAI's terms. So this has been going on for a long time. And Maria, that means we know what they're doing. We have the means to stop them. And as a society, we've decided not to stop them. So this is really on us.
Well, that's interesting because, you know, at the same time, we've got this other story that Anthropic is accusing Alibaba of stealing its model secrets. And then you've got, you know, so this intellectual property theft has been a story for decades coming out of the Chinese Communist Party. But Alibaba is now suing the U.S. Department of War, demanding that it be removed from the Pentagon's list of Chinese military companies. Now, the Pentagon did increase that list recently, and this destination, the designation on the military list, prohibits companies from landing American defense contracts. Beijing retaliated, meanwhile, by imposing new export controls on 10 American industrial suppliers, barring any exports of any dual-use items originating in China. Gordon, your thoughts on this fight?
Well, this is the 1260H list of the Pentagon, and it relates to companies that have cooperated with the Chinese military. The problem is we should be sanctioning all Chinese companies because Xi Jinping has this doctrine of military-civil fusion, which means the military has access to everything that any other institution or any other party in China has. So this is whack-a-mole when we say, well, Alibaba or Tencent or whatever. We should be going after all of them because that's the way the Chinese system is structured. It's very different from ours. You don't have independence. It's a unitary totalitarian system. Top down, the Communist Party gets everything it wants, and we need to recognize that when we impose sanctions. This has been going on for a very long time, and again, we know what the Chinese are doing. We impose sanctions that are in effect meaningless, and so we need to get serious about this.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Roger Robinson talks all about the fact that some of those companies on those blacklists, the Pentagon lists, are still trading on our exchanges. So what are we doing? Are we taking this list seriously or not?
No, as a society, we don't recognize the comprehensive nature of China's challenge. And Roger is absolutely right about this. We need to take a comprehensive approach. So if a company can't do business with the Pentagon because of one reason or another, it shouldn't be trading on our exchanges. It shouldn't be borrowing in our debt markets. It should not be in our country, period. Roger is absolutely correct about this.
Now, let me get your take on Taiwan, because the military officials there are sounding the alarm on a shortened timeline for a potential attack of Taiwan from Beijing. Taiwan has been conducting military readiness drills this week, putting greater emphasis on the ability to quickly respond and rapidly shift into combat. China, meanwhile, has deployed a growing fleet of naval and Coast Guard vessels around Taiwan in the last few months, as the Coast Guard has begun giving direct commands to foreign commercial vessels traveling through the Taiwan Strait. Gordon, your thoughts, your reaction?
The big story here is the Taiwan Strait, which China claims is domestic water, but which is international water. But here, the big story is that China is laying the groundwork for a sovereignty claim to the Western Pacific, because they're talking about near waters. They're talking about local governance, law enforcement governance. They're not using warships. They're using law enforcement ships, which means, again, this Xi Jinping has made it very clear. He's pushing the notion of Tianxia, that China not only has the right, but the obligation to rule Tianxia, or all under heaven. And since 2017, the Chinese have been talking about the moon and Mars, so they as sovereign Chinese territory. So they've made it very clear, this is Western Pacific is another slice of the international waters and airspace. And they're coming for us. They're trying to encourage these separatist movements in Okinawa and in Hawaii. So if we don't want the Chinese Navy making a claim to San Francisco Bay, we had better start understanding what the Chinese have been doing. So this is not just about Taiwan. This is about the entire international global commons.
Yeah, great point, Gordon. Spot on. Great to talk with you this morning. Thank you so much. Gordon Chang on China.
Thank you, Maria.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. You're watching Mornings with Maria live on Fox Business.